Hi guys, hope you're all okay. Welcome to Acrylic Avenue with me, Jacqui Buckley. Today I'm going to be going through the very basics of how to prepare your canvas for a pour. I've looked at my other videos recently and just think they waffle on for too long. It's useful when you're doing it and it's useful for people that are brand new to acrylic pouring, but enough already. I just waffle on so long. So what I'm going to do is a series of videos of each step of your acrylic pouring. So if you have seen a video of someone acrylic pouring and thought, yeah, I really like that, but you've no idea of where to start, this is what this series of videos is going to be about. So like I said, today is just preparing the canvas or the surface that you are going to be pouring on, ready to mix your paints and start the actual pour. So let's get started. Today I'm working on a 10" by 10" or 25 by 25 box canvas. What I shall do first while I'm waffling is just spray the back ever so slightly, and what that's going to do is tighten the threads between the canvas, so over time this will become a little bit looser. So if you spray it early at this stage, you'll find that immediately, and as that's drying, it will become a little bit tighter, and you should hear relatively deep bass telling you that that is tight. If it's not, and you've just gone to the pound shop or wherever you live, the dollar store, I guess, and you've picked up a canvas and this is all saggy, what you can do, as well as spraying it, is fill in the slats that come with these. Now this one, for some bizarre reason, has been sent to me with these huge doorstop wedges. Absolutely no good, because what they've done is, if you look very carefully in there, you'll see the two grooves, one there and one on this side there. There's absolutely no point sending me a doorstop that isn't going to fit in there, not even if I tap it in with my little hammer. What they should do is slide into that corner really, really well. And stretch that surface out even more than it is. But you can see they're just not going in, so they aren't any good for me at all. Now I've always put this long flat edge along the canvas and just slotted it in there. I have been told on numerous occasions that that isn't right and it should go that way, but I stand by what I say and I do believe that it goes in that way. If that was to stay there and have been hitting this one, I'll take that out so you can see, would then slide down the canvas that way, and I am so sorry, slide down the canvas that way and slot in there. They're not staying, so I'm not going to battle with them, because what you will do, if it's not needed at this stage, is split your frame, so it can do more harm than good. You can get some really decent products, especially the paints from the art discount store, but their canvas frames aren't ideal, because there's absolutely no point sending me those. What they do, which are really good quality and work well, are wooden panels. So again, you can transfer what I tell you to do with the canvas onto this. But I'm going to stick with the canvas today and show you what to do from here. So we sprayed the back We're working on 10 by 10 inch, 25 by 25 centimetres. I know I've told you that, but it's there for you all to see. That way I know at a later date when I'm writing it all down, it's just there to look at. Now at this point, what I would do is cover my sides. So if you are brand new to acrylic pouring, just watch these steps and then you're going to be a little bit more prepared when you start your own. This procedure is done so that when you are ready to pour, your paint will run down the sides, and more often than not, if you've not got these back sides covered, it will just make a real mess of your back. And if you're selling at art fairs or online, you want your canvas to be really, really good quality and show that you've taken your time to prepare it. So take your time, because if these go over the edge, your paint's going to stop, and you're going to have a huge bulky painted blobby mess on the back. So just take your time with this stage and make sure it's right. If these are hanging over, just cut the edge. My tape is this one, or you can get the thicker one if you're working on bigger canvases. This is called frog tape, and I tend to prefer this more than the what's this called? I tend to prefer this because this is a lot stickier. So when you finish painting and you're ready to take your tape off, when you're taking this off, it does stick far more than this does. This is lovely to peel off, so I do tend to order this rather than the masking tape. That's the word I was looking for. So where they run off, just cut your edges. Nice and flush, and then you're not having to deal with trying to work it, trying to do it later on. Okay. Press it down, make sure it's really firm. Again, get rid of those. Excuse me. I was trying to work out the other day how long it's been since my last video, and rather shockingly, I think it was about 8 months. There was a good reason for it. We were packing up our home in Manchester and moving down to North Wales, so all the loft where I was working back in Manchester had to be packed up pretty much straight away when we realised we were moving. What we didn't expect was the length of time we had to wait before we could move. We should have been down here last November, then it was pushed to January, then eventually it ended up being 22nd of February, so it really did drag on. There's a ton of work being done on the house, but I have just shut the door to this room, set up my art area, and here I am. So it's been far too long. I have missed it terribly, but I am back. I'm hoping to post quite a few videos. So far you've got your canvas, you've sprayed the back. You can spray the front, I just like to keep it away from where I'm going to be working. We've taped the back, and now we are going to just put some pins in the corner here, and that is to lift your canvas off the surface that you're working on to avoid it becoming stuck when you do your actual artwork. I've obviously had these and not cleaned them off afterwards, so what I would normally do is just soak these for a little bit so none of that gunk is on, and you just try and find where those two edges meet and press it in. Don't worry about it being flat or even at this moment. We'll check that in a minute. Just put those in gently. We can work out whether it's level or not in a moment. Push, push, push. That one isn't going in. So if you've got any that are stuck, give it a whack. Flip it over, and this is where you will see that you are either level or not so level. That one's bent in half, so that's not ideal. Push that one. Any that appear to just be sticking out a bit too much, give them a push. And see, that's bending sideways. I don't know whether you can see that. Yeah, slightly. Flip it back over. I'm pretty sure this surface I'm working on isn't level, which doesn't help. If you've got a spirit level, yes, I know this one's huge. Stole it from the garage. You can see that's exactly where it needs to be, but it's absolutely no good if you've got a rocking canvas, because your paint is going to just roll off. So either this side needs to come down a bit, smidge, which I'm attempting to do now without flipping things over. There. So straighten up, make sure you're on the, make sure you can see what I'm doing. Double check that side. We are pretty much as good as we're going to get at the moment. I'm just going to drop that corner a little bit to prevent it rocking. That's perfect. That's perfect. I think I'm going to have to invest in that mini spirit level because this is just insane. Definitely better when you're working with bigger canvases. So that's staying where it is. And that's staying where it is. Just to make sure that you don't lose the place where you're working. If I want to turn it over and check what I've done, I'd lose where it was sat on this mat. So just mark really quickly the area that you're working in. And that canvas now is pretty much ready to paint on. So I'm going to leave it there with you. If you've got any questions, ask down below in the comments area. Like, subscribe, and drop me a message what you're all up to this weekend. And any questions, like I said, just ask below and I'll try and get back to you. The next video will be preparing the paints and working out what technique I'm going to do. So I think because this is just very basic and for absolute beginners, we might just do a flip cup. They're not my favourite to do, but they're probably one of the easiest to get started with. So thank you for stopping by, and thank you for watching the video, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.